How would you describe the evolution of the game from Jordan to LeBron to Curry and now to European superstars?
Yeah, sure. Well, back when Michael was the face of the league, we were talking about, for me, the greatest player of all time. But back then, it was a game where you play with two post players, a center and a power forward. They both would go to the block traditionally, and there wasn't a lot of spacing. You might have 1, 2, 3 three-point shooters on the floor. To LeBron's era where they started to play a little bit with more three-pointers. But still, you started his generation was probably when it shifted away from having two bigs. You'd either have one center or a stretch four alongside a center. Until this generation, where I think Curry, took the three-point shot and made it into a completely different weapon. He took, I think, in 2014-15, he went from like 600 something to 800 something three-pointers in a season or whatever it was. And so, I think he was like that person that pushed the game forward. One, with the amount of attempts, but two, because he's the greatest shooter and the most accurate shooter of all time. So, there's kind of these little moments in time that you could look as data points, but it's always a constant flow and it's always kind of a living organism, the game. It changes, sometimes, month to month, let alone season to season.